Hello everybody and welcome to Celebrity or Television, and of course you're watching your favorite slot, Talking to the Stars, with your boy Valerie Njiaba. On Talking to the Stars today we are going to be interacting with one of Cameroon's finest entertainer. He's been in the game for a while now and he's still keeping it real. I'm talking about NABIL FONGOD. You don't want to miss these because we're going to be having NABIL telling us everything about his life and career. Do not go anywhere, we'll be right back. Ciao ciao.
On the wise for here, no play. Sabi ne the hide over Sabi all day. We don't the wife for yeah, don't they? Small no be sick, I be big country. Bounce on my for tell you know it's okay. Life for yeah, not teach with the young all day. Remy on a feet, she the hustle all day. We the stop and really quick with some hustle coffee. Small catchy chick, the work for big pay. Guess man off his sleep where the job never pay.
I don't have the way that you run your shit. Baby boy, keep your eyes on me. And I go follow not only you. Baby boy, keep your eyes on me, and I go follow not only you.
I know go only keep my eyes on you today, but every day. See, my life has been nothing but crazy with you, but you still stay. There is a spark in my eyes when I look at you, and a spot in my heart, damn, I always.
Welcome back, and of course it's Talking to the Stars with your boy Valerie Njiaba. And like I earlier mentioned, today we're going to be interacting with one of Cameroon's finest entertainer. His name NABIL FONGOD. He's right here. NABIL, you're welcome to the show.
Thank you, man. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, man.
Nice to see you.
Yes, sir.
You look great, man.
Thanks, man.
What's up with the look? Black, blue?
Yeah, man. You know, I just like red and white is like our new colors right now. And you know, black is a color that I always have even if I have no clothes on. So you know,
Are you trying to say you're black?
Not just black, very black.
Okay.
Yeah,
anyway,
ebony black.
NABIL FONGOD, Nabstar, NABIL for real, Sabi Pikin.
King of the jungle.
The king of the jungle.
Yes, Baba.
Right? Now tell me.
Yes, Baba.
Yes, Baba. So what really suits you?
I think like all of them basically are just little parts of me, different days. Depends on when you catch me or how you catch me or where you catch me. You know what I mean? So it just switches from one to the other.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah. Now, NABIL, let me tell you something. Maybe for those who don't really know, NABIL has been in the game for a very long time. I could say for more than 18 years. And you started with radio.
That's right.
And straight out of high school. And I would say you're now an entertainer, a radio host, a TV host, an actor, a rapper. Yeah. So how fulfilled are you with all those credits?
When I was a kid, there were so many things I wanted to do. I had dreams and aspirations, but I think my dreams were just a little bit much more than an average kid because I had about 7 different things I wanted to do. When I was young, my parents and friends thought I was confused, but I think my life is fulfilling all of my childhood dreams and being able to do everything that I thought as a kid that I could do, apart from being a policeman, because that's way too late.
When it comes to radio and NABIL, I think radio is something spiritual when it comes to NABIL for real. So can you tell us a little bit about your humble beginning into radio?
Yeah, actually, it's like, you know, like when I was in high school, I went to 12 schools, so a lot of people know that. Like, so many people know me now because it's not just about that, but I went to 12 schools in my life before I had my advanced level, okay? And I knew a lot of people. And but what I always wanted to do was entertainment. At first, I wanted to be an actor, but when I got into entertainment, I looked at my parents and I was like, yeah, okay, now I've finished high school, I've been to 12 schools. You know what it means when your parents say you go to 12 school then, Baba? You know, like, they want you to come out and tell them something reasonable, you know what I mean? They've had too many dismissal letters in their faces and all of that, and okay, you finally got it now, you know? So I'm like, okay, what am I going to do? How can I get into something where I wanted to act or music, you know? But there was no industry way back in the day, you know what I mean? So I was like, I'm going to do something that actually could get them off my back. And I felt like radio was Leonard Bruce way back in the day was a role model we looked up to. Yeah. He was one successful person.
We're talking about Tonton Bea right there.
Bea. He was one successful person in the entertainment industry, and I felt like everybody, all Anglophone families way back in the day in Douala, and also most families would always sit down with the families every evening, I think it was on Mondays, and listen to Tonton Bea's show. All right, so I felt like my parents respected that, my uncles respected that, my family respected that, all right? So if I'd get into entertainment, I had to do something of that sort. So I hooked up with Bea, who's my godfather, and I was like, yeah, I can do radio and stuff, I can talk and all that stuff, and I want to do radio, you know, and he was like, okay, come through to the studio next week and see what I can do. Luckily, normally, way back in the day, people spent like, maybe like a whole year going to the radio and just writing stuff and preparing stuff, but never being able to sit down and be on air. But I think that day, first of all, not just the Bear believe in me, but somehow the person who was supposed to fill in a slot didn't come.
Oh.
So he was like, oh, you know what, go, I had access to the internet too. That was in 2000, that was end of 2000. I had access to the internet when before a lot of people. So he was like, prepare some, you know, Star News and come up to me. So I went to my mom's office where I had internet access, and I went up on the internet and I looked out for a few things, but I was like, I have to make this show really epic. I cannot just tell you what's happening today. It's not going to be epic. So I have to find something that is like, it's going to last forever. And I had to talk about Tupac and the death of Tupac and the Machiavelli theory. Yeah. Basically, that was 4 years after Tupac died. And I felt like, you know, with the Machiavelli theory, the 7-day theory, Tupac could probably come back if he had to, based on the Machiavelli theory in 2003. So, you know, I talked about that. And after that, the boss of CRTV came through. I was standing right in front of him. And he told me, that guy who was doing the show, I think he's good. We should work on him. But I was like, this one? I said, no, not this one. The guy who was on the show. Oh. I said, that's the guy. It's like Lanfonsi, you know? And he was like, oh, okay, let's give him a shot.
So it was a very wonderful baptism.
First day was on it. I came back the next week and I started on radio, and then 1 year after, about 8 months after, I got a call in the morning from Tom Yum. So he just opened his first private radio station called RTM way back in the day. And he offered me a job. I wasn't up to 18, so I couldn't even sign a contract. And my parents had to come through and, you know, hook me up and say, yeah.
You're one of those who really did inspire a lot of young people getting into music. And of course, those who are in music as well. Yeah. And, you know, they look up to you as, you know, the pace setter of urban music in Cameroon, because you give on your radio programs or on your radio show, you give opportunities to young people to get into music. So now, what's your take on the Cameroon urban music today? You know, because back in the days, like you said, we didn't have such kind of opportunities and all of that. So what's your take on urban music today?
I mean, thanks, man. First of all, like the way you say it, like it actually looks so big, but it's not really even like, it was just easy, because at the beginning, like when I started on radio, when I had my first radio show sometime in 2001, before my radio show, that's before the radio even existed, there was no private radio station in Cameroon. And I was actually the first person to start an urban radio show. So basically what it was, like, if everybody who was out in the quartier, you know, rapping or just doing music, it was okay, you know what I mean? But I thought that we had to take that music and make it mainstream. Yeah. All right, because on radio, all they played was like, you know, Makossa or like Bikusi, and then, you know, foreign music and stuff. So all I did simply was be able to, from being in the neighborhood, come out to the mainstream and understand like there's a culture that is fastly growing, which is the Cameroonian urban culture, all right, which was basically like a blend of hip hop way back and R&B and Cameroonian music, right? Yeah. That has a strong potential. You know, I think I was one of the first people who foresaw that P Square was going to be one of the biggest things, not just in Nigeria or in Africa, but in the world. And 7 years after, it was actually a fact. So I thought it was just easy for me to create an opportunity, because there wasn't anything out there. And just the fact that I was able to, you know, like play urban music and concentrate time for the urban music, and the fact that not just was I a radio host, but I was a rapper. So I used that platform also to express my skills in rapping, yeah. And I felt like it was the coolest way for me to have a show that would be different from everybody. Instead of me just talking, I know how to freestyle, so I just freestyle all throughout my show. So, you know, I'll do an intro to freestyle and all that. So that's why.
Man, let's talk about the show.
Yeah.
You know, the show back then, the Lalo show.
Lalo
you know,
show.
The Lalo show.
Nobody moves
Man,
to
that show was
so.
hot. You know, it was hot because let me see. I think every 4 p.m.
It was 3:30.
Oh, 3:30 p.m.
Yeah.
And RTM.
And RTM.
On RTM, that was the radio.
That's right.
Now, what inspired the show? You know, you talked about you wanted to do something different, but you know, when you had to sign your contract, you know, with the radio station RTM back in the days. Now, definitely you had to do something, and they were looking for something different, something that would make people go crazy and you know, follow the radio. So, what was it? How did it come to you that let me just do this thing?
I think first of all, I want to rest in peace to Tom Yums. May so rest in peace. I think Tom Yums is the godfather of anything that's happening here today, because that platform he created, which was RTM, is what gave birth to what the music industry is today. Is what gave birth to me.
Sure.
If you know what I mean. And I think that the fact that he gave, like he put up an option based on his editorial line of his show. He put up an option. The option was like he wanted to do stuff for young people. It was 100% jeune radio, you know what I mean? It was a young radio station. First of all, nobody had ever employed a teenager on a radio station. So just the fact that I felt like the spirit of the radio, the editorial line was around being, you know, a young person. I went for a casting, first of all. I never prefer, you know. I just like, I'm going out there to go and do me. You get what I'm saying? And when I went for the casting, I was a few steps to it. There were 500 and something people there. They selected 3 people, which I was amongst. But before me, I could hear what was happening. So I heard 1 or 2 questions real fast. You know, they told people to, like, you know, okay, you have this show. Imagine what's the name of the show you had to give, you know, just do some stuff. So I started thinking right there, like, what is it? And just before then, I was listening to Snoop Dogg's Laylo, like the song Laylo, you know what I mean? Laylo, nobody, yeah. And I was like, all right, man, I just go in there. Laylo rhymes for show. I was on my rap game, man. I was like, Laylo rhymes for show, you know what I mean? So I was going radio, you know what I mean? So I was like, so Tom Yums, when I walked in there, Bea was also doing an interview. Tom Yums was facing the window. And then he was like, yeah, come up, just give us something for a few seconds, everything. So I was like, yeah, what's up, you know? The name of the show is Laylo Show. It's just 100% entertainment. We got camera and stuff. And I did the Laylo thing, and he was looking out through the window, and he turned around and was like,
Who's that guy?
that's you, right? And he's like, what's up? And I felt like, oh man, I messed up. Because most people would stay like 3, 4, 5 minutes, man. I was there for like 1 minute, 30 seconds, like maximum was like 1 minute, 30 seconds from the time I came in, time I went out. So I was thinking like, what is happening, you know? I think it was just about the spirit of the show and the fact that when I work better under pressure. So I was just put up in a situation and it just came to me like that. And I thought that it was good then, since they gave me, I didn't know I was going to win, you know, I was going to be selected. So when I was selected, I was like, okay, that means that's good, right? Or that reaction was actually a positive reaction. So let me just stay in that line and go.
I want you to take us back memory lane. And do a small intro of the show like you used to do it back in the days, you know, when 3:30 p.m. everybody was like, no, I just want to tune into RTM because there's this show, the Laylo show.
Right.
I can remember young people coming back from school and immediately they get back home, they want to tune in.
And I remember a lot of young people who would tell me till today, like, yo, you know, I used to listen to your show. I used to Dutch classes. I'm sorry for able to do Dutch classes. If I feel anything,
like seriously,
like I got a job for you now.
That
like,
happened,
come
man.
through.
That's seriously. So give us an intro of the Laylo show.
I think one of the things that made Laylo show very popular was like one of these celebrity jingles that we did with Gael Kimani. Shout out to Gael Kimani. He's a reggae artist right now, doing great around the world. So Gael Kimani came to the studio and was like, we gotta do a jingle, all right? And he was like, he had listened to the show a couple of times, so he was like, I got a jingle for you. So he came through and was like, yo, Nabil, why are you killing people with music, man? And I'll go like, see, difference means when I do what I do, I'm doing like I'm doing it because I'm doing like I'm doing it for radio. Get the flow and the dough with the Laylo show. Yeah, and
it's the Laylo show with Nabil for real. Now, Nabil, you know, after a while, I don't know what happened. You had to leave the country. You went to Europe. And still there, you decided to come back to the country. A very difficult choice that, you know, for so many young Cameroonians. And, you know, they don't see themselves going out and coming back. You know, you're back and you're still trying to build new things for the industry. You know, tell me about it. What happened before you went and why you came back?
All right, first of all, like I come from one of those families who believe in the educational system, and we have a certain pattern in which our family is supposed to go through. Like my brother and my sister, when they finished school, secondary school, they had to travel abroad to go get an education. But in my mindset was like, I didn't think it was the proper thing to actually travel abroad, so I wanted to get myself a situation here. But I found myself in a point where after about 6 years doing what I was doing on radio and then going to TV and consulting for other major TV stations, I realized that not only was this not just competition, because I believe in competition, you know, I think like positive competition is a very good pace to grow the industry. You understand? Like if somebody drops one song and it's hot and it's jumping, and another person comes and drops a bigger song and is jumping, and you'll be like, oh, but I used to pop a couple of months ago, you know, this guy is doing this, I have to work 3 times harder. Like that's what motivates me to work. But I didn't have that competition. It was easy for me to just go to the radio and, you know, freestyle, like, you know, and then the shows. But I thought I needed something a little bit more. But I also understood, like, when I started, I was really young. I needed to gain a lot of experiences. There's so many things about life that I needed to learn. First of all, my education. Secondly, it's about cultivating myself. If you want to be an OAP, you have to be cultivated enough, have enough stuff in your head, not just stuff they teach you in a classroom, you know, or in school, but enough you have to be well, read. You have to read things. You have
Refined
to,
and, yeah.
and all that. And I felt like minus that, another thing that I wasn't very successful in way back with the day, no matter how big the show was money. Like, and first I didn't really think that I needed all that money. I was in a comfortable situation. The money that I got from the shows were okay for me, just okay for a young kid. You know what I mean? But then Cameroon doesn't have that competitive spirit of people who, build businesses at a young age for you to believe in it. And people thought that I was still too young to even start thinking about building an empire.
Yeah.
So they kind of drowned my...
I don't want to cut you short. I just want to add something into that.
Yeah.
Like, talking about the culture of growing in
Yeah.
Cameroon. We would have expected that. By the time you're growing in the show.
Yeah.
And just like it's done elsewhere.
The
and,
business follows.
Yeah, the business follows,
Yeah.
and everything follows.
Yeah.
From finances and
Yeah.
everything, because shows like that,
Yeah.
if it wasn't in Cameroon, they get
It
a lot of
should-
endorsement
yeah,
and stuff like
exactly.
that. So I just wanted to add that, but let's ride on.
Yeah, true. That's exactly what it was. And then the fact that, like I say again, I don't give excuses, I find solutions, all right? So the
Yeah.
fact that it was a new industry and a lot of people hadn't understood, it takes a lot for the industry. It's not just the front man. Actually, the industry is built by people who are in the back. This show is possible because of the man behind the camera. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people see you here, but they don't understand the work that's done behind post-production, filming, all of that. So if you don't have that team behind you, you really cannot grow. So I think I didn't have show business-minded people to really tell me much about the business. I had to discover all of that on my own.
Yeah.
And I felt that the only way to do that is to actually go out, see industries that are more advanced, see how people function in the industries, educate myself, learn stuff, because I believe like whatever we can do here, whatever is in Europe that makes it a first world country, if we bring it over here and implement them, we could also live to those standards. So somebody has to know that first, you understand what I'm saying? So that was my main idea: go out, educate myself, be cultivated, and also that street knowledge. Like, it's very important to have street knowledge. So it's very important because I run my business like street business. You understand what I'm saying? I buy and sell them, if you want me to call it like that. I cut and nail them. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I run my business in a way like I know this is what I'm trying to do, and if I do this, I can be able to do this. You understand what I'm saying? I need to work out like this. I need to brand myself. I need to all of that. I didn't learn that in school. I learned that on the streets, and that's what Europe did to me, basically. So my idea of going out to Europe and my decision to come back all lies in why I went in the first place. When I got that education, I understood how the industry works. I also did a lot of stuff while I was in Europe. I did, for instance, Davido's first European tour. I did Casey. I did a lot of big artists, like, a lot of shows out there that I not just performed in it, but actually organized those shows. So it gave me a very good insight into what the industry is about. Plus, I want to do into movies, so I also did a couple of movies out there, learned a couple of things, and studied stuff. Then the media, I realized there's a new thing in media. It's called radio vision, like you call it here in Cameroon, which is like televised radio.
Yeah.
So most radio stations that are well situated definitely do have a TV channel to go with it, so people who listen can watch it.
Yeah.
And also the fact that when I started radio, the internet wasn't even functioning. Most people were on the traditional means of media, which is radio and TV. Everybody had a radio, everybody had a TV set. But now everything has gone digital. So I had to be able to come back with something innovative. I couldn't come back like it was a Lalo show. I'd come back with something innovative, and for me to be able to learn all of those, we should probably get to our next question. That's what brought me to this project that I am on now. And if you check it out from what I used to do before, what I've learned, and where I am today, then you can understand what happened in those 10 years of our Cameroon.
Yeah. Now, but before we get to talking about the projects back in Cameroon, now, you've always kept it real when it comes to your love and, culture for hip hop. The way you dress, the way you talk, the way you do your things, the street kind of style and all of that. So, but talking about you and hip hop, ever since you came back, for a while now, we know NABIL, King of the Jungle, we know some other tracks and all of that. You did some songs, but now, for a while, we are still to get the real NABIL back on the ground, musically speaking. So what's up? What's the project, or what's keeping you back?
Well, I think sometimes, like I said, there's a lot of things that happen behind the scenes, and a lot of people have to understand that. Like, if you just get NABIL, you just think like, why should NABIL influence any rapper? Because he's a radio personality, you understand? But behind it is a lot of stuff that happens. And I think like musically, everything has a plan. Like I say, the problem with Cameroon today with entrepreneurs is when you have a showbiz, whatever you have, like a structure, you have to think about the business plan behind the structure, all right? And that business plan comes with marketing, branding, and a whole lot of other stuff. So when I came back to Cameroon, I did a song called TIA, which is like I think my biggest song so far. Actually, funny enough, I did my biggest song when I just came back to Cameroon with DJ Pazzo. He featured, he sang on it. We actually went in studio, did that song, wrote the script for it, and actually, you know, did the video ourselves. Saying. So I did the music stuff, but it was gradually leading to where I am today. Much more important than that, I feel like I am a server in the entertainment industry, and to be able to work in this industry, you have to figure out where the loopholes are and fill it in. I can rap, I can do radio, I can act, but the thing is, there are actors, there are rappers, and everybody doing super good, but what lacks in the industry, I felt, was entertainment media. So I feel like that was a loophole that I had to fill in, and money, I mean, if people who make music come and pay me, why should I go and make music?
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? If people pay me to come do promotion of their music, and why should I go do music again and come pay myself again? You know what I mean? Like, I just sit back and collect that money. I really inspire people, so I think it's time for me to chop now. No, so.
That's what's up, though. You know, Nabil calls himself a sever, a sever in the industry, because he believes there need to be some people who can actually, you know, make it in such a way that what people do can go out there and can go out in a kind of style and way that would definitely attract a lot of people. But right now, we're going to take a break, and by the time we come back, we're going to be talking on other things, Nabil's project in Cameroon, and do not go anywhere. It's Talking to the Stars. We'll be right back.
Waiting for we break down, made it calm down. We fight, we make up, go another round. I tell them, say this love and it's not dying. Quote me down, knock me now, that's a punchline. My heart the beat since lower 6, that's long ago. What we had was read from street to the shits, but they don't know. This boy, they talk, they get it knock, but no one know. Come back to me when you go, my nights are cold. Then she don't want no slow motion love. I run it to the first day. Yeah, we come a long way. Carry you.
Welcome back to Talking to the Stars with your boy Valorine Jabba, and like you know, I've been talking a lot with my man in the house, Nabil for real. And before the break, he was telling us about, you know, some of his projects, but now we want to go deep down into those projects, you know. Yeah. When we look at Nab, I call you Nab, Nabil for real.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
We have Nabil for real, Nabstar, Sabi Pekin,
yes, sir. King of the Jungle,
King of the Jungle, and all that. But
plenty.
now, you have a look.
Yes, sir.
There's something about you.
I'm very black.
That, no, not just the fact that you're very black, no. But now, how would you describe a typical Nabil for real look and fashion? Because, you know, each time we see you, you come out in a way that people must say, that's Nabil.
First of all, I'll be Shosho picking right from day one.
Describe a typical Nabil for real's look.
Shosho man. First of all, I Shosho man. I Shosho. All right. So I think my look is based on my state of mind. You understand what I'm saying? Like I'm urban. You understand? And what like somewhere along we had a conversation. I think we're gonna in this interview that will relate to it. Yeah. See, a lot of people have what grew them up. You understand what I'm saying? For me, hip hop grew me up. All right, like people don't get it, but hip hop is a lifestyle. You understand what I'm saying? And when you as I'm a hip hop head. It's all I've listened to music. I was been listening to hip hop music all my life. At home we listen to a lot of country music and Makossa, but I personally listen to hip hop music. Jay-Z schooled me on how to bringa, how to handle your issues to get away past you, how to enter the street and be a better. You understand? He showed me say anyone I'm good man, anyone a done man. It's not anybody in the neighborhood. It was Jay-Z when I listened to his music. So I grew up. Hip hop schooled me. Hip hop grew me. It's in me. It's not. I don't know how to explain. It's not something that I had to. I grew up because I understand hip hop. If you're a doctor today, it's from the experiences that you've had and what you studied to make you a doctor. And that's what I am today. I am a product of hip-hop as a hip-hop head, and I got to understand the positive part that a lot of people didn't. In Cameroon, people didn't speak English, you know what I mean? And we grew up in Douala where everybody around was speaking French, and I looked at everybody like, man, how do you guys know hip-hop when I'm the French? Like, I speak English, you don't know nothing about you can't argue to me about Tupac, because you don't even understand one line in any of his songs. So what are you trying to tell me about Tupac or Biggie? You get what I'm saying? But I understood those things because those were not just music to me. I didn't dance to hip hop. I listened to hip hop.
Oh,
You understand what I'm saying? So I'm a product of that. So the way I dress and the way I move around, the way I walk, my whole life and persona and fashion is that. But I also have this African tradition in me, right? So if you see my style is urban Africa.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. And I just like to look chic. I like to look fly. And when I wear black, so now I need to get trafficator light there, headlight there. You know what I'm saying?
You always look fly, so we want you to keep looking fly.
Thank you.
You know.
Thank you. Y'all just keep paying me that money, man. I'm just looking fly, bro.
Okay. Now, there are so many young people out there, and you know, when they listen to you talk and you know listen to your parcours, to your journey and stuff, they're feeling like, oh, this guy is a great guy, and I wish or I want to be like him, you know, because we understand people do different things.
Yeah.
Now, but the young people out there that we have today, they are so ambitious and they want things going so fast and so bad. Looking at the camera, what would you tell the young people who are aspiring and looking forward to becoming the kind of personality like you? You know, I don't know, you could be a radio talk show host, you know, an entertainer, because you have it all gathered together or put together. So what would be the advice you would give to the young people?
I'm going to do something I've probably never done all my career. I'm going to give you guys exclusively. Like, first of all, I'm not a super person. You understand what I'm saying?
Sure.
I'm not, like, I know I get sense, but I know be sense man for school. You know what I mean? I went to BHS. I was out of about 50-something of us who wrote the ordinary level. I was the only person who failed. I'm not telling you, I'm robbing them. You understand? I'm not telling you, I'm big time robbing BHS. Oh, man, no. You understand what I'm saying? I was the only person who failed. Even though the next year, after I passed my ordinary level, I had my advanced level in lower seat. But I understood that I started, like I told you, I started my education in Nigeria. You know, I had my junior work in Nigeria. I came to Cameroon when I was in Form 4. So I was totally lost with the educational system. You understand? The first thing you have to understand is you don't worry about what they teach you in school or passing exams, because as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to say it's like, Cameroonian educational system is a mess. It's to pass exams and move on. I know people who have biggest degrees, bigger than any other people, they can't speak proper English. You understand what I'm saying? And so that's the first thing. There's a lot of stuff that you can learn out of school. Don't let them think everything they tell you in school is what you are, or believe that all those plenty book where they teach you for day, when you didn't need to take first for class and you say, no, because where they take first for class, I can give them a job right now. You understand what I'm saying? So the truth about it is, like, be yourself. Believe in yourself. And persistence and continuity is the secret, is the key. I mean, like, I know I've seen people in 17 years come and go with talented people, but I'm still here because, like, I believed in it and I've been persistent and I've been consistent. You understand? So I know that I'm always going to be there. But the most important thing is for people to believe in themselves, whatever they're doing, and create a market for yourself. Now, the last thing I'm going to tell everybody is the fact that you have to be a business person. Being an entertainer doesn't mean you should be any less business-minded than anybody. Matter of fact, as an entertainer, you have to be more business-minded than any other profession ever. Anybody, person where they do business, say, you say, okay, how you do it, and he knows what he does, he goes, buys it, and comes and sell it. The difference between you who's in show business is that you are a product. So, like you say, if I had to dress up to go out and look fly, it's because that's the way I want to brand my product. And if I'm just going out look fly, maybe I'm dressed in Louis Fame. It's because I'm going to go out there on that red carpet and take those pictures. Me and Louis Fame are going to send 100 copies later. You know what I'm saying? But when most people look at that, they just say, oh, he's looking good. No. I thought about it. Went out there, looked like that. For you to like it, want to have it, go and buy it, and the money comes to me. You understand what I'm saying? So it's all about being smart, business-minded. Understand that you're a brand and you're a product, and you have to brand it and put it out there. And the worst thing you can ever be is famous and broke. Don't ever do that to yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Don't ever do that to yourself. Like, if you're famous and you're broke, then that's a crime. You understand what I'm saying?
We'll feel you, bro. Now, before we go,
already, I was just feeling getting started over here.
Before we go, I just want to ask this question.
Yes, sir.
Is NABIL for real in a relationship? And also, do you consider yourself a chicks man?
You have been
just NABIL. So tell me about the relationship and tell me about your relationship with girls.
I'm in a very big relationship right now, actually.
Yeah.
I'm in a relationship with my fans.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm in a relationship with my fans and my job.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. I make sweet love to them and we make a lot of kids that people love. You know what I'm saying? Which is like products, you feel me?
Yeah.
Either the show or music or movies or something coming up. So you should understand I'm very sexually active with my partner, which is my job.
I must say, all what he's saying is literally, you know, and you know, if you put in the right sense of the term, then you know what he's talking about.
Now check sense. Now check sense. I tell now check sense. It's check sense. You know what I mean? That's first thing. And yeah, I mean, I love women, man. Like the people I love most in my life are women.
Yeah.
First of all, I got 2 beautiful daughters. One is 13. The other one is gonna be 1 year next month.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I started early, but I started boom, see, quick. You know what I mean? So yeah, so I love women. My mom and my sister and my daughter and my 2 daughters are like the 4 people I love most in the world. So my relationship with women is particular because like I always want to make my mom happy. I always want to make my sister happy. You know, all my kids happy. So I figure out, you know, how charming can I be for them? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Wow. After you brain the mommy, you make picking mommy. You start now with the picking out, make her fall in love with you. So I always gonna have that relationship with ladies. You feel me?
That's what's up.
Yes, sir.
You know, bro, it was such a pleasure having you on the show, and you know, we just want to wish you so much
I beg add money for that wish.
mercies and glories on everything that you do.
Thank you.
And hope that you keep inspiring the people out there and keep doing what you love doing best, you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, that was our boy NABIL for real, and we had the opportunity to interact and to, you know, get to know him better. But do not go anywhere because...
Can I do the outro? Can I do the outro? Hey, what's up? I'm the man of the hour. Celebrity TV, that's Celebrity Hour. Hey, where's that lovely girl? Please give her a flower. If boy they lumba, tell them to go shower. Aha!
That was Celebrity TV for you guys, and of course, Talking to the Star was the slot, and your boy Valerie Jabba is telling you, stay focused and stay tuned to Celebrity as we keep bringing you the best of celebrity shows and celebrity on our program. Bye bye.